I wanted to wait until today's blizzard was over to record our next Mays County Master Gardener video. I said it last week, if you're planting any kind of a spring garden, now's the time to get those seeds in the ground. These are an indication that it's time to start working the soil and planting your seeds. If you haven't already worked the soil in your in-ground garden and you want spring veggies, you might want to consider some container gardening for this year. Before we get started, I wanted to talk to you for just a second about the Master Gardener program. It is a program of Oklahoma State University Extension Office, and there's one in most counties in Oklahoma. We do operate independently of each other, but we also get together periodically to share information and help each other out. And we have a conference once a year that we get together, and it's really a lot of fun. So if you're interested in becoming a Master Gardener, I'll have information and comments about how to do that. We would love to have you join us. Okay, let's get on with the spring garden. Last week before the snow, I planted onion sets, sweet, short day, and red intermediate onions, and I got all of my sets at Sandusky's. They're always really helpful to help you with plant selection. Onions are fun because they're really easy to grow. You can pick them at different times, no need to wait until they're completely mature, and they store well. I also use about half of mine to cut up and freeze for winter cooking. So it's a really great vegetable if you're just getting started. The other things I planted last week were beets. I like Detroit because that's where I'm from, and they're easy to find. They have a very meaty root, and they make great pickled beets. I also planted kale. We love eating it fresh in the spring, and it freezes well. So I freeze a good bit of it and use it in winter dishes. We also use quite a bit as a healthy additive to our dog food that we make for the dogs. There's several different cultivars, varieties, and so you just need to experiment to find the ones that you like best. You can see what I've planted so far is pretty much frozen and under the snow, but it won't hurt these early spring vegetables. They're very hardy, and you want to get them in the ground now since the frost and the freezes don't really harm them, because once the temperature gets to about 80 degrees, they're going to stop producing, and it will be time to move on to the summer garden. If you're an Okie, you know that turnips in the spring garden are a must. Steamed with a little salt, pepper, and butter, and it just doesn't get any better than that for a summer side. Lettuce, spinach, radishes, they will all be ready about the same time and make a wonderful spring salad. And oh man, if you have a strawberry bed with early cultivars, you can add those strawberries to your salad and it just takes it to a whole different level. Aside from what we've talked about, there's several other early spring veggies that need to be put in the ground now. Cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, celery, broccoli, the list goes on, and we'll have a complete list of good veggies for Oklahoma spring gardens in the comments section. Thanks for joining me. Next time, we're going to talk about soil. We don't have great soil in this area. You might, but the chances are you don't. So we'll talk about how to make it better and how to work around it if it just doesn't seem like it's going to grow anything for you. And hopefully the sun will be shining. Talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me. Next time, we're going to talk about soil. We don't have great soil in this area. You might, but the chances are you don't. So we'll talk about how to make it better and how to work around it if it just doesn't seem like it's going to grow anything for you. And hopefully the sun will be shining. Talk to you soon.